Hi children, we meet again. We have been continuing with the graphs the y is equal to mx and y is equal to mx plus c, and we have a few more lessons to go on graphs because graph is a composite question and it's a long lesson. So today we'll be going on to the exercises. Now you have your textbooks, you can have your textbook, and we'll be going to exercise number 20.3. 20.3, the first question is, for each of the functions given by the equation in part A and B, write the gradient and intercept without drawing the corresponding graph, and write whether the graph makes an acute angle or obtuse angle counterclockwise with the positive direction of the x-axis. Now, in the first exercise number first one, they are divided into A and B. So, A is equal to, first one, y is equal to x plus 3. Second one, y is equal to minus x plus 4. Third one, y is equal to 2/3 x minus 2. And fourth one is y is equal to 4 plus half x. Now, in this equation, what they have asked is, without drawing the corresponding graph, write down the graph, write the gradient and intercept. Here, write the gradient, intercept, the corresponding graph, and write down whether the graph makes an acute angle or obtuse angle. Angle with x-axis. Now, these are three things you have to write for all these graphs. Without drawing the graph, you have to write down. So, we'll make a small table like this. So, three things they are asking. First of all, we have to take the number y is equal to x plus 3. Now, always you must remember the formula equation y is equal to mx plus c, where m is the gradient and c is the y-intercept, where it cuts the y-axis. So, when you look at this graph, this formula equation, you can easily identify the gradient. Gradient is the number for x. What is the number for x here? For the number for x is 1. So, gradient is 1. Then c is the number that comes after the x, that is 3. The intercept is 3. Now, as I told you before, we studied several times that when the gradient is positive, now these are axes, when the gradient is positive, the line makes an acute angle with the x-axis, acute angle. Now, here starting from like this. Now, these are all acute angles. Now, this is the x-axis and this is the positive direction. Positive direction means 1 to the plus 1 plus 2 plus 3 positive direction. So, positive direction, so when the gradient is positive, it makes an acute angle. It can be any angle like this, up to this. It can be any angle up to this. So all these angles, when you look at it, all these angles will be acute angles. So it makes acute angle. Acute angle. For the first one is gradient is 1 and intercept is 3 and makes a acute angle with the x-axis. Second one, y is equal to minus x plus 4. So, here this is in the form of y is equal to mx plus c, so easily we can tell the gradient. So, second one, the gradient is minus 1, minus x is minus 1. So, intercept is 4. Now, here the gradient is minus. So, minus means I told you that if it is plus, it is like this, acute angle, minus will be obtuse angle. So, it will from like this, any angle like this. Now, it is 1 means it will be minus 45 degrees this side. So, it makes an obtuse angle here. Obtuse angle. So, here it makes an obtuse angle with the x-axis. So, the gradient is minus 1, intercept is 4 and it makes an obtuse angle. Look at the third one. Third one. Y is equal to 2/3 x minus 2. 2/3 x minus 2. So, here also now y is equal to mx plus c is the formula equation. So, 2/3. So, gradient is 2/3. 2/3. So, and the y-intercept is minus 2. That is somewhere here it's cut in like this. And what is the angle it makes? Because 2/3 is positive. Positive means it must be definitely an acute angle. So it can be any angle like this. So it has to be acute angle. Acute angle. Third one. Fourth one, y is equal to 4 plus half x. So here when you make it mx plus c, x, this one, this array, not the x is coming first. This way also okay, because the signs are same. So y equal to mx plus v. So coefficient of x is half. So the gradient is half here. Gradient is half. And the y-intercept is 4. We can write that equation like this. Y is equal to half x plus 4, all positive. So half is the gradient and the y-intercept is 4. And what the angle it makes? The gradient is positive. Half positive means acute angle. So it will be half means maybe like this. So it's an acute angle. The exercise. So this is the answer for the first question. Now they are asking the gradient and the intercept and the angle it makes with the x-axis. So the first one is the gradient is 1, y-intercept is 3, and because it is positive, it makes an acute angle. Second one, the gradient is -1, y-intercept is 4, but because the gradient is minus, it makes an obtuse angle with the x-axis. Third one is gradient is 2/3 positive and y-intercept is -2, and because the gradient is positive, it makes acute angle. Fourth one also, it is half x plus 4, half is the gradient, 4 is the y-intercept, and because the gradient is positive, it makes an acute angle. So that's for the first question. Now we will take the second part. Right, children. So B part, they are given three equations. First one is 2y is equal to 3x minus 2, 4y is equal to 4y plus 1 equals 4x, 2/3 x plus 2y equals 6. Now you have to, as before, you have to write down the gradient, y-intercept, and angle on x-axis. We will write out. So we will make a table like the earlier one. So three things we will write down. So we will take the first equation. Now always you must remember that the formula equation is y is equal to mx plus c. When the equation is in this form only, immediately we can tell the gradient and the y-intercept. Now first one, look at the first equation. 2y equals 3x minus 2. So here it is 2y. We have to make it 1y. So what we should do is divide all, this is an equation. So divide all the terms, there are 3 terms, divide all the 3 terms by 2. When you divide all the 3 terms by 2, the 2 upon 2 upon 2 upon 2. Here 2 and 2 will get cancelled, they are y. Here it will be 3 upon 2 x, and here 2 divided by 2 is minus 1. So now we have got it beautifully in the y equal to mx plus c form. So now we can immediately write down the gradient and the y-intercept. So gradient is equal to 3 upon 2, first one the gradient is 3 upon 2. And the y-intercept is minus 1, and because the gradient is positive, it makes an acute angle. First one. Now we will take the second one. 4y plus 1, 4y plus 1 is equal to 4x. So here although it's all mixed up, and it's all mixed up, so we have to arrange it in the way that we want. So y in the form y is equal to mx plus c. So we will write it that way. So 4y is equal to 4x minus 1 being the one on that side. Again we divide, because there is 4y, we want y. So divide each and every term by 4. So here point will get cancelled. So y is equal to, here point will get cancelled, x, and here minus 1/4. So you are getting y is equal to x minus 1/4. So again, so we are coming to the formula equation, the form. So immediately we can tell the gradient. Gradient here is x, the coefficient of x is 1. So second one, the gradient is 1. And the y intercept is minus 1/4. And because the gradient is positive, it makes an acute angle with the x-axis. Now we will take the third one. 2/3 x plus 2y equals 6. This is also not arranged in the way that we want. We want y is equal to mx plus v, that form. So we will arrange it that way. So what we do is, now we have 2y, we write down 2y is equal to minus 2/3 x plus 6. This is plus 6. And what we want is 1y. So divide all the terms by 2. So when we divide 2 by 2 here, you will be getting 2 into cancel, y is equal to 1. Then we have to divide 2/3 by 2. How to divide 2/3 by 2? 2/3 divided by 2. So that is equal to 2/3 into half. You know this method now. You have to do it very carefully, because these you can easily make a mistake. So 2/3 we are divided by 2. So 2/3 divided by 2. So the division becomes multiplication, and 2/1 becomes 1/2. Now here 2 and 2 cancel. So it is equal to 1/3 minus 1/3, and plus 6 divided by 2 is equal to 3. When you 1/3 x. 1/3 x. So minus 1/3 x. So look how it comes. 2/3 x plus 2y is equal to 6. We have to arrange in the form of mx equals mx plus c, y is equal to mx plus c. So we write down 2y is equal to, bring 2/3 x to that side, it becomes minus 2/3 x plus 6. Now we need y. So we divide each and every term by 2. So when you divide this by 2, the 2 and 2 cancel y. So 2/3 divided by 2, 2/3 you divide by 2, that is 2/3 divided by 2, 2/3 into half. That is 2 and 2 cancel 1/3. So 2/3 divided by 2 is 1/3. So minus 1/3. And 6 divided by 2 is 3. Now we can easily write the gradient. The gradient here is, for the third one, the gradient is minus 1/3 and y intercept is 3. So because the gradient is minus, it has to be obtuse angle. The minus, the gradient is obtuse angle. So angle is obtuse angle with the positive direction of the x-axis. So we will go through this again a little more. 2a equal 3x minus 2. So we have to make it y equal to divide each and every term by 2. Then you get y is equal to 3/x, 2x minus 1. So when you divide that, the gradient will become 3/2 minus 1. Then again here you have to make it 4y is equal to 4x minus 1. When you divide, y is equal to 1, and 1 divided by 4 will be minus 1/4. Here gradient is positive, acute angle. Gradient is positive, acute angle. Here the gradient is in different form. We into form of y equals mx plus c. So 2/3 x plus 2y equals 6. 2y is equal to, bring this on this side, to 6, and then y is equal to minus 1/3. We divide by 2 or minus 1/3. So gradient is negative. Therefore, it is an obtuse angle. It makes it obtuse angle with the x-axis. So that's all for today, children. I hope you have understood. If you understood, please subscribe.